Ryback is hungry.
Marching around the ring, Ryback, shell shock. The monster exploding.
Oh my God! Absolute brute force. The impact. There's nothing fancy about this man.
Hey guys, this is Chase from Burnout Inc. and oh my freaking god, where did I find this thing? This is awesome! Look at him! Look at him, he's awesome! Sorry, I freaked out a little bit there and I apologize for that. I've been wanting to get this figure for a long time now. Pretty much ever since they unveiled it. You know, I wasn't the biggest Ryback fan when I first saw him. I was like, oh look, it's the aborted baby of RVD and Goldberg. But you know something? Just watching this guy have fun squashing a bunch of jobbers and seeing him, you know, take bumps from the Shield and CM Punk, and you know, he's put on some good entertaining matches. So I'd have to say, yeah, I've sort of jumped on the Ryback bandwagon. I'm not too big a fan of his heel run right now, but so far I still like him. I think he's somewhat entertaining. So let's just jump right into this. Obviously this is the Elite 21 Ryback. I just took a chance, went to Toys R Us today, and they had a whole bunch of these things. I mean, they had more Rybacks there than they did any other character. It's really sad I couldn't find a Honky Tonk Man. So yeah, packaging's really cool. You got Ryback screaming at you there, and right there, and right there, just to let you know that, you know, he's hungry. He's gonna finish it. Mortal Kombat style. Or some kind of style. So, well, let's get Mr. Feed Me More out of his package before he starves. Alright, Ryback's out of the package, and here are his accessories. He comes with a set of dumbbells, and they are Chinese dumbbells. Or they're just explicitly pointed out on the handle that they are made in China. Kind of a strange choice for an accessory for Ryback. I mean, he's always saying, feed me more, so he should have came with, you know, a couple of buckets of chicken, probably a few steaks, you know, a carton of eggs, you know, something to keep him full, man. I mean, he's hungry. Look at him. He needs food. And, you know, they're basic. There's really not much to them. I will admit, I do kind of like this as an accessory, you know, because wrestlers work out a lot, and they need weights. And the little action figures, they need weights too, man. They got to keep the little plastic muscles up. So, yeah, I'm a fan of these. These are cool. And his other accessory is this cut-up t-shirt. It says Ryback, feed me more, with a bear trap wrapped in a chain and some gears and stuff like that, chomping on an R. Or actually, it's the little trigger mechanism. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. Nice design. It says feed me more with the Ryback R right there. Awesome. Apparently mine's got some action figure bird poop on it. Who knows? Maybe it's from Hot Girl. Alright, getting into the figure, we got Ryback's head scan right here. Looks really cool. It's a great likeness of Ryback. I'm actually surprised they didn't go with an expression on him, you know, him screaming the feed me more or the finish it, or, you know, like how he has on the package. They just went with a blank stare, which is, it's cool. It actually kind of works for him. And I'm glad that, in a weird way, his left eye is a little bit bigger than his right eye. You know, just because he's crazy. He needs food. He needs to be fed at all times. Okay. Nice detail work on the beard too, or his, you know, his goatee going all over the place. Sometimes I've seen Mattel just, you know, basically slap paint on there, but they actually did do a little bit of texture work on there, so pretty cool. Nice job. Ryback's singlet is actually pretty cool too. It says finish it right here at the top, even though my F is a little messed up in there. You can barely make it out. But looks cool. I like Ryback's theme with, you know, the biotic robot parts and the gears and stuff like that. It's really cool. Cool, interesting idea for the color scheme to do, you know, the white and the blue on the black. I do like that it's got kind of like a bleeding heart thing going on up here too. Not a lot of people know this, but the guy that did Rob Van Dam's singlets for when he was in, you know, ECW, WWE, and in TNA, he actually makes Ryback singlets as well. So I thought that was cool. And Ryback actually called or sent an email to RVD and asked him if it's cool if he used his guy. And I thought that was really cool. And it's cool seeing that guy get work because he has some really cool stuff, and it definitely shows in here. So circle around, says feed me more on the back. Got some electricity going on, you know, little sparkles, or sparkles, little sparks and stuff going on. And it's got like this crazy dude with robot eyes just like looking at you going, yeah! Okay. And it's got a big Ryback R right there. Ryback also wears these armbands with the letter R on it, and his gloves say R too with little studs in there. Kind of starting to notice he puts R's everywhere. I wonder if that's so he doesn't forget his name or something. Man has an obsession with R's. Ryback's also got little knee pads on here, which I actually like these. I prefer these over the huge, bulky Mattel knee pads that I've grown accustomed to them, but I think these allow for much better articulation. He's got little tiny boots down here that are just solid black. No R's on them, surprisingly. Cool. Articulation, you know, it's an elite figure, so Ryback's head can go 360, can bop up and down pretty good. Rotates all the way at the shoulder, upper bicep swivel, single joint in the elbow. Rotates all the way at the wrists, pivots as well. He's got a solid ab crunch. Rotates at the waist. He's got joint in the leg, which allows his legs to move in and out pretty good. And surprisingly, he's not as flexible as most of the Mattel characters. I wonder if that's just because of how bulky his leg muscles are. I mean, usually some other guys, like their legs can stretch out almost all the way. If you've ever seen me, or if you watch my AJ review, you'll actually see that I do this full splits with Santino Marella just to show the difference between his articulation and AJ's. Ryback also has double jointed knees. Rotates all the way at the boot. And his feet do move forward and back. And they do have a slight ankle rock in there. Another thing I wanted to point out too, and I'm sorry I kind of glossed this over, is that Ryback is freaking jacked, man. Look at him. This is one supremely sculpted action figure. I was actually going to sort of complain that he wasn't as big and huge as a guy like Brock Lesnar, but I mean, you know, I don't even care, man. This guy is just ripped. I guess he really doesn't need to be. So, yeah, that's about it. Also, too, underneath his arms here on the singlet going onto the chest down here, you can actually see some blue paint and some white paint coming off of there. So it's not super clean, which is unfortunate. I mean, the rest of it is. So I guess with some of these characters that have ridiculously detailed outfits, you're going to get some paint defects, which unfortunately sucks. And I just noticed on the inside of Ryback's elbows that he's got some blue paint in there, which, oh man, that really sucks. I couldn't notice that when I was buying the figure. In fact, I actually returned one to the store I got it from because he had a lot of blue paint going on his chest and on his legs. So, well, that kind of sucks. See, the dumbbells do fit into his hand. It fits a lot better in the right hand because his right hand is more of a, you know, closed fist and stuff like that, where the left one, it's more open and it is a little loose in there. So it would have been better if they would have put two of these hands on there. Overall, this Ryback is a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love it despite its defects. I think it's got great sculpt. It looks just like Ryback. It does have a lot of cool details going on with the gloves, the singlet, you know, the R bands that are wrapped around his arms. Love the t-shirt too, with awesome design. I like that he comes with the dumbbells. It was an odd accessory choice, but I do dig it, so it's pretty cool. And again, you know, elite articulation, so can never complain about that. Just, you know, those paint defects are just, they're very noticeable once you see them, and you can never unsee them, of course. So that does unfortunately drive my score down a bit. I mean, it's almost like a full point. So if you got a Ryback and he's perfectly clean, no paint defects or whatever, I'd say he's a 10 out of 10 because it perfectly captures his look and his character, and he's got some cool accessories. Alright, so this was Chase from Burnout Inc., and I'll see you guys next time.